So now that we've learned a little bit about the interface, let's talk about how to get files into your drive. We talked about my drive being kind of like the M drive that's currently in Active Directory, and a lot of people are moving toward putting all of their files in Google Drive so that they can access them from anywhere and any device. It also allows you to be able to access files which you normally couldn't access because they're stored in Active Directory. You can get to them from home. So a lot of people are beginning to utilize Google Drive instead of your M Drive. That being said, let's talk about how to get files into Google Drive. One of the first things that you may want to do is thinking a little bit about organization and perhaps creating some folders. So you can see here in my drive I have several different folders that I'm using. To make a folder, there are a couple of different things that you can do. You can click on New and choose Folder, or you can also right click and choose New Folder. I'm going to go with our red button option, and I'm going to ask this to create a new folder, and I'm going to give it a name. So I'm going to call this Digital Storytelling, and then I'll click Create. After I've done that, it will put it into my list alphabetically. So now I have a folder. If I double click on this folder, you'll see that I don't have anything in it yet. And it gives me the option to drop files, or I can click on New and upload files. So if I have a file that I want to upload, I will click File Upload, locate it, and click Open. You'll notice that the file is transferring, and when it's complete, you'll have a completed message, and you'll also see the file in your folder. Now there are a few other things you can do as well. I'm going to go back to my drive. I can also use the breadcrumbs at the top. Now I have a folder that is filled with some documents in my M drive, and I just want to bring that entire folder. Is that possible? Yes, it is very possible. So I'm going to make my window smaller here, and you see I have a folder on my desktop called Sample Folder, and inside there are some documents. There's some Word docs and there's a PDF. This could have a picture or an Excel file, whatever kinds of files you wanted to store, videos, whatever. And I want you to see what happens when I take this folder and I approach my Google Drive. I get this incoming message box. I'm going to open that a little bit wider so you can see how that works. Because I'm in my drive, I'm going to drag this over and it says drop your files and upload them. So I'm going to drop that file, and you'll notice at the bottom that it's going to start uploading those files. As it is uploading, and I'm going to go ahead and move this back over, you'll see that you'll get a success message, and now it says 5 of 5 items were uploaded. So in my folder, which if I look at the name of my folder here, it was called Sample Folder. So if I look here, I have the same exact folder, Sample Folder, and inside I have the items that were in it. Now this says 5 items because it also, the folder was also an item. So there are 4 items inside of one folder. So you'll notice now in my drive I've got this folder that used to be on my M drive, and I just dragged the whole folder straight into my drive. That makes it much simpler. You'll want to make sure that you have your thumb drive or your M drive window open and that you drag the folders that have the files inside, or you can just drag one file at a time, whatever you prefer, but there is that shortcut.